If you've watched my channel, you know this bike. I've ridden it for 5 years and I've changed the components many a time. And this is it as it's soon to be handed down in the family line. So Focus Izalco Max from 2019. Coefficient handlebars, Force AXS Groupset, the original version, which was still called ETAP. It's a magical looking frame. Stunning. My new bike. Cinelli. Ciao. And a lovely colour, I reckon. It is as clean as a whistle on the inside. And I'll get some close-ups for you. It's early days, but I would say expect to see a lot more of this bike in the next little while. It's a brand that I have known about for many years, but the last time I rode a Cinelli was probably closing in on 25 years ago, when they did steel bikes like they still do, and long before what we see before me had even been considered. I'll weigh everything, the frame, and all the sundry items, all of the components, and I'll list them in this video before they end up on this bike. The selection of parts that I've got to show you today is likely to change as time progresses. Right, Farsports. Trust me, it's an interesting proposition. So it's an all-in-one bar and stem combo, and it allows me to hide the hoses and keep the new bike nice and neat. The measurement on the top of the box says 400, but that is from, the measurement is taken from the position of the hoods, just to be clear. Inside, you have not only the handlebars, you also have your computer mount already fastened, and adapter plates, top cap, and details that you need, including a set of shims and top cap for a headset. I chose a 110mm stem, measured center to center, and I'm finally going to surrender, or I'm finally going to move on from, just temporarily at least, from the coefficient handlebars, which I've come to know and love. But these are, in bar and stem combo terms, cheap. They're about $450, as you see it here. And there's a slight flare here, slight flare, and cable routing options, or hose routing options, for my SRAM wireless setup. It's also worth noting that here is a removable plate, and I looked yesterday to see there's also, so we'll see that at play in the workshop. And there's also this, which is an additional mount, which I'll find very handy for the GoPro. So I'll unloosen them, and they will use the bevel and fit in here neatly like that. So, and then you have your various sizing shims. So they obviously fit accordingly, etc. So that's handy, isn't it? Finally, the top cap, which I'm pretty pleased with because it's not branded. I don't need that to be branded or have any silly saying on it. So that suits me just fine. Continuing with the touch points, my new absolute favourite pedal, I have tried a lot of pedals in the last little while, and the Look Keo is absolutely wonderful. I feel like I have a more efficient transmission. I feel like I have a better position. As in, I've got a lot of nice things to say about these pedals. I've got another set on my bike that's currently in use, and I'm happy to have a spare set because they are simply wonderful. I got 2 pairs, I liked them that much. Honestly, they're fantastic. $166 grams.
Because in general, technically, a saddle without a cutout has no surface where you can widespread pressure.
This is the zi'k and Tyres, and I will tell you a lot more about zi'k in the next little while. I've had a whole series of their saddles to review, including the new adaptive top cover. And then I went to Italy, I went to the factory, and I got to learn a lot about the new one-to-one custom 3D printed saddle program. I'm going to start with this, and then when the one-to-one program comes to Australia, I'm going to jump on board and use that amazing customization. Comfort on the bike is key, and this is a wonderful saddle. It's also carbon rail, previously used, and I know I like it. Just rounding out the family brands, and this is one that I've used earlier. So it's the old branding of the Zipp SL Speed seat post. New ones are much the same, only with a different logo. 173. Batteries, they haven't changed since the previous release. I'm using 2 and they're 25 grams each. I've gone for a red chain. It's slightly lighter than the Force chain and considerably more expensive. And I think quieter. I have rotors already, but for the purpose of product component summary, I'm going to do the weigh-in on these ones. 161.